May the 4th be with you, ladies and gentlemen. It is 5:45 in the morning. We just got our Moon Knight episode 6 reaction up. And now it's time for the Obi-Wan trailer. Can't wait to see it. Leave a like if you can. Use the Force to leave a like. And yeah, subscribe and click that notification bell because you best bet we're going to be covering this show right here on the Chanel. If you haven't seen our reaction to the first trailer, that's also up here on the channel. Let's get into action, people.
They're coming. Stay hidden,
Great shot of him.
or we will not survive.
Leave us alone.
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father?
Ouch. Uncle Owen.
You still want Kenobi. He's gone.
Maybe you've been looking in the wrong places. I want every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
It's like John Wick.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't run Obi-Wan!
Kumail!
Kumail!
You can't escape him!
Go! Give us a hate shot, damn it!
Thought we were gonna see him.
I know.
No. Don't show him. Don't show him.
Better if you don't.
Don't. That's good. We know what he looks like.
We might
don't
say
show
we
him.
want it, but we don't actually want
But it would be cool. You want to see him. You know what I mean? These are good trailers, man. There are shots with the Reva character, especially when she's like, "You can't run, Obi-Wan." That straight remind me out of the Inquisitor. Man, blank on her name. The one from the Jedi Fallen Order. The prologue to that video game. Always nice to be reminded of that video game at any given moment. Just popped into my mind right now. There's something I believe it was Ryan Airy from Screen Crush, that beautiful bee, who pointed this out, how there was a line in A New Hope. Vader says, like, the last time I felt a tremor in the Force was when he sensed his old master, obviously being Obi-Wan Kenobi. The reason I'm bringing that up is because I've seen, a good amount of people, because a lot of people are very much excited to see Hayden Christensen don the suit of Darth Vader once more and square off with Obi-Wan again. However, I know there was that other camp that is often like, oh, wasn't that fight on Mustafar supposed to be their last big fight? Doesn't that kind of undermine some of the context from the Mustafar fight to the New Hope fight? He says, last time I felt the tremor in the Force in A New Hope, so that could be in reference to the fight that is actually going to take place in this specific series. So I'm excited to see that unfold. I'm just excited to see, Ewan McGregor return, and of course to see Hayden Christensen get a second shot, because I feel like more people have come around to him. I remember kind of the backlash that Hayden Christensen would get, and I feel like a lot more people have come around to his performance. I'm excited to see if he can, just get an opportunity to leave kind of a good impression for audiences and for himself too, to feel that way, walking away from it all.
I like that they're still keeping some kind of mystery around how and in what shape exactly Hayden Christensen is gonna show up. I like that anticipation factor, getting a couple glimpses at Darth Vader's suit and the bionic arm and stuff like that. I'm really excited to see what they make of that, because I think they have an interesting and unique opportunity here in the fact that you have something that's both prequel and sequel at the same time. You're filling in a middle chapter that there's certainly lore for, but we haven't seen play out this way. While I could imagine a scenario in which, yeah, they have to be very careful in how they perhaps contextualize that tremor in the Force, if that's what they're going to try and do. I feel like there is enough here that they could make something very meaningful, especially the way they're building this as like a 6-episode event rather than just like, oh, it's another one of our series or something like that. Like, something about this feels a little separate and a little more special in a way from out here. And obviously Obi-Wan is, one of the most iconic characters, so I feel like you have that really great sense of honoring his portrayal of the character, and then giving Hayden Christensen the chance to come back and to put a fresh stamp on it under, perhaps some slightly different supervision. There are certain aspects of the prequels that have been very detrimental to the people involved. So to see him get to have this chance to come back and really, again, go toe-to-toe, hopefully, with Obi-Wan, even if the whole show isn't necessarily about that, you know that the presence of the two of them is going to be really significant together. So that's just something super exciting. You know, you've got these sort of seedy, obviously there's tons of cyberpunk aesthetic throughout Star Wars, but these, yeah, neon lit cities that do have that John Wick vibe to it. Like, it looks like it's going to be a sort of rough and tumble, outlawish sort of show, but something different altogether than a Mandalorian type thing.
Well, yeah, when I was saying John Wick, I meant more in the sense of how there's going to be more than the Inquisitors going after him. It's going to be like they're trying to get all the bounty hunters to go hunt him down specifically. So it's getting that vibe of like John Wick chapter 2 and 3 where everyone's going after him. And the action does feel a lot more, there's like that handheld effect. It feels more akin to the action that we kind of got in Rogue One, but we're going to get some lightsaber fights. So I think it's going to be even cooler just when you throw that kind of fighting style into the series. What I really appreciated here, what is going to be like a big emotional conflict for the series, which is Uncle Owen and Obi-Wan. I don't know what is left canon and what isn't left canon anymore these days, and when it comes to like comics and such. Uncle Owen gets to the point, he's already at this point, but we will see most likely a point where Obi-Wan decides to like move far away from them, where he's like still trying to keep himself involved and look over Luke Skywalker, but he'll have to reach a point, and it seems like this series will end at a moment where Obi-Wan will eventually go, you know, I actually agree with Uncle Owen, even though I know he doesn't like me, but I actually do get his point, and I do have to stay far away, because after all these events that have happened, and it takes place in this series, he does have to distance himself, but not stay too far away. You know, obviously he stays on Tatooine. I like dealing with that central conflict of watching that decision be made, where it seems like instead of it just being Uncle Owen was the one who pushed him away, Obi-Wan himself will probably get to a point where he realizes he has to distance himself even more, because that shot like at the beginning with the binoculars and watching Luke Skywalker, it seems like he's probably living in a cave pretty close by so he can keep a watchful eye on him. Ultimately he's endangering them more by having the presence of the Force that Obi-Wan carries with him. That probably attracts like the Inquisitors. Like seeing Kumail here, this Reva character, getting vibes that she will turn good. Maybe not turn good, but like in the end make some sacrifice, you know, at the last minute
with him, yeah.
Or like some type of element there where she goes against the Inquisitors in the end. I'm excited to see the Grand Inquisitor be in live action. I've always liked the look, and I especially like the walking shot there, the fifth brother. I want to see more of him. If you watch Rebels, obviously you'll be pretty excited for fifth brother. I have a lot of faith in it. This looks purely cinematic in every single way. Guys, what'd you think about the trailer? Leave your thoughts down below. You can subscribe, click that bell, leave a like. Last but not least, do a I want to shout out my man David Gandy. I wanted to apologize. We have 2 boxes here that I believe are from you that have yet to be unboxed. I am sorry. In a lot of ways, I feel like you are our Obi-Wan. I don't want to say elderly, but more our senior in a lot of ways. Our great-great-great-grandpa. But I will not use the word elderly.
Our old man.
Who is also a wanderer, a man of the martial arts as well. So you are, in a lot of ways, our Obi-Wan, looking out for us and watching over us. And I really appreciate that about you. Obviously, we have not shown our gratitude by unboxing said amazing gifts from you. I promise we will do that in about 6 to 8 months. When we do it, you will be very much rewarded with a great 20-second video of us opening it, looking at it, and going, thanks. And I know that's all you need is half a smile.